Hey, I'm back again, less lethal people, with my new 3D printed barrel with the 2-inch extension. So if you saw my last video, I did it with the Jewel V3s, which are about 7.9 grams. And we got really wonderful, consistent feet per second. So go check out that video. Now, I know I got a lot of people ask me to do some of these metal aluminum balls from Alien Plate. I actually did do them last night, and I shot them with some riot balls, 10-gram riot balls. I didn't do that video or put it up. I will tell you the results, and we'll do another video on heavy rounds. So these are smaller than the Jewel V3s, so they're really not bore matched well for this. Next week, me and my buddy will make these barrels with a smaller inner diameter bore matched for these. I shot these as the last two, so they were round number 5 and 6. And I got around 46 joules with them, which is still good, but I think I could do much better if I bore match this barrel for these. Same with the 10-gram riot balls. I actually got 56 joules with these. They are a little bit bigger, but once again, it's not really perfectly bore matched. It falls down, it doesn't roll down nice and gently. So we'll make a different barrel with a different inner diameter for those and do that video next week. So some guys were talking to me and reached out to me on YouTube about these, and I really don't know where I'm going with this, but they gave me a good idea, and the good idea was continue to make inexpensive ones. They seem to be durable and holding up. But if it's cheap and it lasts for a long time and then something happens, hey, you know, if you're only spending a few bucks, not 180 or 200 bucks on it, like some of the metal ones out there, you know, somebody rather lose 40 bucks, 30 bucks, whatever, 20 bucks on something than losing, you know, or having to spend hundreds of dollars. So let's see where we go with these. It really just started as an idea or something to see if I can make. I didn't think it was going to work as good as it really did. So tonight's video, I want to go the opposite route. I want to do light projectiles. And when I say light projectiles, I want to do the Salt Supply S2 projectiles, Burner Kinetic projectiles, and then I have some home wreckers over here. So I'm gonna weigh them all out for you guys right now. And let's see, let's put this on here, let's turn it on so it's zeroed out. Let's get a pen and paper too, because we want to obviously see what we're getting. Now for self-defense, obviously, and scientifically, you want to use a heavier round. Some people don't have heavier rounds. Some people want to use the burners or these Salt Supply or Duke glass breakers, same thing, Duke glass breakers. I think they're very good, and they're better than nothing, obviously, but let's see what power we're getting from them. Even though they're light, you know, let's see, we might be getting some good joules. I don't know. I have not tried any of the light ones yet. So with the Duke / Salt Supply, they're 3.7 grams. All right, so we got 3.7 grams. So we'll do 2 shots with that. We're gonna put 6 rounds in here. So I'll have 2 of the Duke. I'm not chasing all of Burner Kinetics. Let's see, these weigh 2.9 grams, so just about 3. 2.9 grams. kinetics. Burner, 2.9 grams. And the last but not least of the home wreckers, 4.6 grams for you guys to see. So home wreckers. What do we say? No, I forgot what I said the home wreckers were. I think they were 4.6 or 4.7. We got to re-weigh them. Hang on. Did you imagine this? I forgot to. I'm getting old. 4.6. 4.6 grams. All right, so we're doing 2 shots with each. So let's do this. Let's start with, we'll put them in this order. The last one will be a home wrecker, then a burner, then a Duke. Then a home wrecker, burner, and Duke. So it'll look like this. We'll have Duke, burner, home wrecker. Duke, burner, home wrecker. And I have the same in Umarex CO2 cartridge in there. Take out the stock barrel. Going to put our 3D printed PLA barrel on. Nice and tight with the O-ring. Doesn't move, it's perfect. All right, ready to go. We got our chronograph here. Fire it up. Let's bring our chrony over. Ay, ay, ay. So let's see what we got. All right, let's go back a little further. I have a feeling these might bounce. So we're gonna write the numbers down after each one and we'll see what we're getting. I'll have to go down and get the phone again after, hang on, so we'll do the description later. 510. 510 for the first Duke / salt supply. So that first one we got 510 feet per second. And that was a 3.7 gram ball. The next one is the burner, and that's a 2.9 gram ball. So that's this is the lightest one. 568. 568. That's pretty fast. So I'm coming at you 500. And now you see in a place like Canada where they can't go over 500 feet per second, they wouldn't be able to use these light ones. They'd have to use heavier ones, but the heavier ones would probably do more damage. The third one up is the home wrecker, 4.6 grams. Let's see what we're getting with that. 462. 462. And here, oh, I see it on my floor. I don't want to lose it. I want to grab it. Oh, these are some pretty high numbers. All right, so now we're back to the salt supply for the fourth round. We're back to the salt supply round. 504. So if you remember, the first one was 510. The fourth shot now with the same one is 504. That's really not a bad drop at all. That's only a drop of 6 feet per second from shot number 1 to shot number 4. The consistency on this barrel is much better than the stock barrel. So this would be shot number 5. And we're using a 2.9 gram ball. 558, that's the burner kinetic, 558. So if you look here, shot number 2 was 568, shot number 5 is 558. The consistency is fantastic. And the last shot with our home wrecker. See what we get with the home wrecker. $454. Now remember, the third shot was $462. The sixth shot was $454. It's only 8 feet less. It's unbelievable. The consistency is amazing. I don't know what the joules are yet. I didn't do it through the calculator. Once again, you guys are gonna have to bear with me, and I'll go down and get another cell phone. I'll grab my old lady's cell phone so we could do the calculations right away. The consistency is what's impressing me more than even the power on this. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me for 2 minutes. I should have brought my old lady's cell phone up, but we're gonna get it. Then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna talk the numbers. We'll crunch the numbers and see where we're at. So give me 1 minute. Right back. All right, guys, sorry for so long. So you guys know, you have patience with me doing these videos. I am definitely not one of these stop and edits. What you see is what you get. I don't fudge numbers. I'll let you guys see all day long, because at the end of the day, we have to be out. This is self-defense. I mean, you want to know, is this worth carrying or using? So we have the numbers here. Shot number 1, shot number 2, shot number 3, shot number 4, 5, and 6. The consistency is crazy. Shot number 1 with this, we're talking the Duke or Salt Supply balls, 3.7 grams. Shot number 1 was 510. And shot number 4 was 504. I mean, we lost 6 feet per second. That's nothing. Shot number 2 and shot number 5 with the 2.9 gram ball was 10 feet. You lost 10 feet per second, which is nothing either. And then on shot 6, you only lost 8 feet per second. So on between shot 3 and shot 6, it's just the consistency is really good. All right, so let's see what we got. Let's bring up our joule calculator and let's crunch these numbers right in front of everybody. All right. All right, so here's what we got. We have joules, we have to do grams, and we have to do feet per second. All right, so for the salt supply, 3.7 grams. Feet per second, we got 510. Was only 44 joules. So with the light balls, we're not on the salt supply, we only got 44 joules. All right. So we did much better with the heavier round. The heavier rounds by far, which weren't bore matched, they were small balls. The Joule V3s performed the best. So I'm sure, and actually I didn't do the video yet, but when I do the Riot balls, the 10 grams, they'll get in the 50s. I got 56 with that. So with these light bulbs, you're still getting 44 joules of energy on the first shot. And on the fourth shot, we got 504, 43 joules. So you only lost 1 joule. Now, listen, if you're using light balls, 44 joules is still, I mean, it's not a joke to be hit with 44 joules. But shot number 1 and shot number 4 was only a difference of 1 joule. The consistency is fantastic. So if you only have light balls, that's okay, you can use them. Okay, the next one we're gonna do was the burner kinetic. And we had with that was shot number 2 and 5. So we had 568. These numbers were crazy high. But I don't think it's gonna be that. Okay, 43 joules on the second shot. Oh, glare. I'm gonna get it for you. Okay, so 43 joules on the second shot. And on the fifth shot, we had 558. So I was dropping 10 feet per second. That's 42 joules, 41.9. 41.9 is 42. So 42 joules. All right. And the last one was those home wreckers. They were 4.6 grams, so they were a little heavier, even though they weren't bore match. And that DK Spencer told me, he said to me, even though the Riot balls were a little smaller than the Joule V3s, they did perform better, and they do. I will do a video on that. We'll go with heavy, we'll do a video on heavy balls too. So wait, we have 4.6 grams at 462. So it's, now, shot number 3, shot number 6 proves what DK Spencer has been saying all along. 45 joules. I hate this freaking glare from my light, but I got 45 joules. You could probably see it there on shot number 3. So I went up in joules with the heavier weight ball, and the home wreckers are smaller diameters. I'll show you in a minute on the gauge. So shot number 3 gave me 45 joules, and shot number 6 gave me, we got 44 joules. Oh, yeah, 44 joules on the nose. Now, what's even crazier about this is burner, salt supply, and home wrecker. So we shot 3 light balls. Burner was the I think the largest of them all, or maybe the salt supply was. It was a 687. Okay, so it goes through the 687. It doesn't go through here, so it's a 687. This one actually was bore match perfect, better to that barrel. Then we had the salt supply. Also, it's actually a little tight in here, 687 on here. All right, 687 does not make it through here. But the home wrecker, it's a 682. Much smaller, it's 2 sizes smaller, 682. So even though it's smaller, being heavier, we got higher joules. So the great things I can take away from this barrel is, number one, the heavier the round, and that doesn't matter what barrel you use, that's just science. The heavier the heavier the round, up to a certain point, the more joules you're gonna get. So if you want higher joules, you need heavier rounds. The Joule V3s were getting like 49, 50 joules. I will tell you, I did the riot balls, the 10 gram riot balls. I did get 56 joules with them on this, with this barrel. So that will be a separate video where we just do heavy balls. The thing that I'm taking away mostly from this is not just am I getting decent power, the consistency is amazing. Sitting here thinking about this, I think what we're gonna have to do is not only make longer ones to get more power, because obviously the longer the more power, I think I'm gonna make a stock one. And the reason I wanna make a stock one is I wanna do a head-to-head video, a stock aluminum barrel versus a stock 3D printed barrel. And I don't wanna necessarily look for power. The power is the same. We're not off, I get the same results. But the consistency I was not getting with the aluminum barrel. I would go from 50 joules down to 42 joules. This, I'm staying in that whole 45 to, I'm really within, on this test we did here, the highest joules we had were 45 joules, and the lowest we had were 42 joules. I mean, we only lost 3 joules of power in 6 shots with this barrel. That's amazing. So the consistency, I think we're on to something with the 3D printed barrels here. I was really surprised with this. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was more of an educational video. We showed some stuff. I did a lot of talking, but I really want you guys to see what's going on here. The plans are to make longer ones and to also make a stock one. What's nice about having the longer ones, you could have a stock barrel in here when you go out for concealed carry, come home at nighttime for extra power consistency, throw on the long barrel, and especially if you make like a 4 or 6 inch long one, and for home defense, just have your long barrel, and it's easy. You just twist it out and it takes less than a few seconds. All right, guys, happy Thanksgiving once again. Thank you for your patience in watching this. I know it was a long video, but good things to come. Talk to you soon. Bye.